Hello, this is Temporal, and this is Brutally Honest Bandai Kits. And this is the high grade Gundam Build Metaverse Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. And I'm a bit sick in this video right now, but a little bit allergies. And we'll just begin. So, I've made quite a few videos on this guy already, but this will be the actual review for it. And I'm quite a bit stuffy right now, so keep that in mind if the audio quality or me talking is pretty bad, so say whatever you guys want. I'm a bit sick right now. I'll take some medicine later. Anyways, let's get on to what they did to it. So, I panel lined all the whitish parts with, I believe, gray, and then I panel lined all the pink parts and red with a black. I also painted the Vulcans in a nice gray, painted the eyes with a Gundam marker in green. See them? I also used chrome as an undercoat as well. And same thing with the head cameras, but with no chrome. Anyways, this guy turned out actually pretty fucking good. I also panel lined the hands as well, even though I probably won't use the actual hands for this guy during the final pose, but there's that. I guess we'll go on to now the articulation, because if I went over the looks, I'd just be glazing over this guy for another couple minutes, because it's a beautiful ass kit. So, articulation is heads on the ball joint and a little hinge there. You get full rotation. Arms are on swing out polycaps, which you get about that much, which is, it's alright. Back, it's like there, but that's just on the ball joint. Arms can swing up about that much, but it also depends on which arm you're posing. Actually, never mind. About the same. You get double jointed bend at the elbow. You get your swivel there, ball jointed wrists, and yeah, and then this thing moves up and down. But that's mainly for another gimmick for the accessories. Next is the torso. Get some good up and down, some right, left, and right. Side skirts don't move at all since they're on the old Strike Freedom connection, which doesn't rotate at all. So no rotation there. So limited movement for that. That's your splits right there. It's pretty fucking awful, since this does not move unless you're going left and right. But we got the nice, crazy back kick because of that back skirt right there. Get some good kick for the front as well. You get your double jointed bend, which is also very nice. And you get your ball jointed feet. You get a toe bend, and you get some movement on the ankle armor. Articulation for the legs is very good. Rotation for the arms, it's alright. But now let's make this into what makes it perfect. Anyways, let's start with the gimmicks of this guy. So, one of the main gimmicks is the armor here. Just flop this around, and there you go. Here comes a machine gun. Yeah. For this one, you get the beam effect part right here, and these beams, I believe, come in the Infinite Justice. So this will just peg on to there after you flip around the whole arm mount. And you can have a melee weapon, since it comes with no beam sabers. On the actual mobile suit, you do get beam sabers on the runners still. If you want to replace them out, probably build at least some parts of the Strike Freedom, but I'm not entirely sure since I'm not going to try. But all the beam effect parts are in a nice green, but except for the shield, which is in a very nice blue. And the shield pops on like any other Strike Freedom shield. That's by taking off the front flap and applying the shield directly onto that. Just like that. And like using the piece to cover it up. But it's kind of hard to do, uncover it. So that's how the shield looks. Looks very nice in my natural lighting. Next, we get a wire. And that's for this part. So I'm going to pause the video, hook it up, and I'll show you guys. There we go. That actually doesn't look that bad, but the wire doesn't like to hold up. So I'd recommend cutting the wire or supporting it somehow to make it hold up a lot better. But you can get some high poses a bit until it flops all the way down. Since it's also same connection point as this one, but this one pushes it in a bit more. So we're just gonna plop it over there. Next accessory we have is, let me grab it from my surprise bin. Oh shit, maybe not. Alright, so we have the sword here. We have the big ass backpack, which I'm not gonna put it on unless I get on the action base, which I do have an action base set for this guy. You have the gun, which I also use green there. Anyways, these guys have their own little gimmicks here. Besides holding them in the hands, you can touch. Oh shit! Did I forget how to do this? No. So this can attach into here, and you can have your big ass beam rifle, or you can hold it like here. I believe. Think so, yeah. And you can have your big ass sword, but you have, unfortunately, a circle. Focus. Focus. Okay, well. You have a circle handle. And you have square handles in both these guys. So it's gonna move around a little bit. But for For the sword, the beam effect part does slide onto the top here and locks into place. Just like that. You do some good swinging poses with it. If you're done using these things, you can unstore them without breaking it. You can unstore them, you can either hold them in the hands and stuff, or you can do what a lot of people do and store them onto the backpack via the little tab there. I store this one and that one right there. Anyways, we also have holding hands. Two of them. It was the widespreads as well. And I guess the last accessory we have will be the action base connector. Action base 7 is not included, but there is an action base connector, which it does need if you want to have aerial poses. And that just slides on ever so somewhat nicely, like that. So let me just push it back a little bit. The striker pack here, rotation, up and down, ball joints on these. Let me push the camera up a little bit. These do, holding on. These do rotate and stuff, and they can act like they're firing, but the video is getting a bit too long, so I will show that in the thumbnail. But I mentioned it. Anyways, to hook this eye up to the backpack, the standard double joint, or double peg, and it does hold down quite fucking well. A little bit too well, but there we have it. It's all connected, and there we go. Anyways, this will be it for this review here, featuring the high-grade build by the verse. Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. It is very rouge, though. I would compare it to the other high-grade rouges I have, but I'll just tell you it's more akin to the old high-grade, and a bit mixed with the latest high-grade of it, not the entry grade. So if you mixed all the pink parts of the old one and all the white parts of the new one, and also the dark red parts on the entry grade, this is what you get. Because I would say the pink is a bit too pink, but I think it looks very well all combined. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next Rival September's video, which I'm thinking might be something. Probably Master Grade. And, well, as I said again, thank you for watching. I'm a bit sick in this review. I will probably be not so sick in the next review. And, this guy looks very nice. Goodbye.